So
So how much did you charge?
he said for a list of about 1,000 people. I think he told me about 200, 250 though. That's the thing. Well,
I mean, that's
What
not
up,
bad.
though? What up,
yeah.
though?
Hey,
What up, though?
Sandy.
Cooling.
And then he told me he can find people who's sitting on what you call that? What you call that? You know when you have a house appreciation on your house.
Equity.
Equity, there we go. Yeah. He
Mm-hmm.
said he can give me a list of people that's sitting on equity on their house and can shoot them a message or anything like that. That's what he said. So we can get them a loan to get from their house.
That home equity line of credit.
Yeah.
So where are you at in your process of building your business? Like, have you put anything together yet?
Oh, I'm going to most likely try to get a list from them. But I sent Jogi an email.
Hey, Kelvin, your background, I think, is loud. Okay, go ahead, Milor.
Yeah, I sent Jogi an email to try to get a VA to build me a website. She hasn't responded yet, or try to find me a VA to build me a website. But after the website and having a professional email and phone number, after that, I'm gonna, start getting the ball rolling with the leads. And then I think he told me to download HubSpot to send the emails.
Who told you that? The guy?
Yeah, the guy. And I think he's talking about there's other ones where you can send like 500 a day for free or whatever. So
I need to find the one that you can send the text messages.
okay, yeah. And then that's what I was going to also do is find a VA where we're paying like $2 an hour and have them call people from that list as well, but they have to speak good English. And then that's it.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm contact with Jogi, but she haven't responded yet.
Oh, you sent that to Jogi? You did reach out to her?
I tried. She haven't reached back yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So they say that they want us to use her, but if she ain't responding, then that's just like he got on there and he kept saying all that stuff like, oh yeah, Sheree, I want to meet with you on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday has come and gone, and there has been nothing.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hi, Benita. How are you?
I'm okay today.
You sound okay today. I love the energy in your voice.
I miss you guys.
Miss you too.
Miss you too.
Yes, I did. I said, oh my God, they too quiet. They're supposed to be keeping me distracted.
Yeah.
But I know y'all busy trying to get that money.
Well, and I think it's the summer months. The summer months for me are always a little harder because I'm out playing somewhere. But
Definitely.
really, it's really that. Really
And I want to thank you guys again for my fruit. It was delicious.
We are glad you enjoyed it. It was the least that we could do.
Yeah, I didn't want to share, but I did.
Yeah, it's the least that we can do. Just to let you know that you were in our thoughts and prayers during your time. Did he have a diagnosis or cause of death?
no, we do not have the autopsy back yet. Here in South Carolina in Rock Hill, they are behind.
Mhm.
Almost like a month and about a month or 2 months behind. So our conclusion or our assumption is it was health issues. For my nephew, I am grateful and thankful that he was at home. He was in his room. And the fact that he was young is that hurts.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, God, you couldn't give him 27 more years. You know, the fact that he was such a important part of our family, you know. He was such a light. He was always, I'm be honest, out of our family, we just thought he would be the last man standing.
Yeah.
Because he's just a good person and a humble person. I don't even remember this boy ever getting in trouble in school, you guys. Like, that's just how good, you know, he was. And he just gonna be missed. And and I have my days, and I know it's gonna take time. But my house feels so different.
Yeah.
With him not being there. So it just, I just thank you guys and continue to keep praying for me and my family because we definitely need it and everything. But I'm on this call because I want to hear some wins. I want to hear what's going on, like what's going on beside the bull crap. What's going on?
Okay, well, I'm happy to hear that your healing journey has begun, and like you say, it's a one day at a time type of thing, and God knows best, obviously. I'm like, with the way of the world going right now, like maybe God saved him, you know, took him on with him and was like, you don't even gotta see what's about to come next. Because
Nah,
this
he
world is
definitely
crazy.
he definitely in a better place, man. He definitely in a better place. Definitely.
So all right. So I checked in with Benita. Hey, Miss Sherry. Hey, Maurice. Hey, Sandy. Sandy been a little MIA. Mr. Where's the money? What's going on with baby money?
What's good, y'all? We got about what, another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Within the next 2, 3 weeks, May 1 baby will be here.
All right. Awesome. So pregnancy is going well.
Yeah, it's just been really busy, but getting everything together, making sure everything is ready, even though it's you can't really be ready, but as ready as you can be.
Uh-huh.
But that's pretty much it. But no, everything is good. Wifey
So
tired of
how
being
is
pregnant though.
she tired of being pregnant? And it's
Yeah,
summertime. So
yeah.
what's the weirdest thing she's eating right now?
Um,
Or did she
Believe it or
have
not, she don't really have any cravings.
uh-huh.
Um, she just smoked a box of brownies earlier today, but that's about it. But she don't really have any like cravings.
The whole box?
Um, yeah, it was like those, like those, if you go to Walmart, Target, it's like those plastic boxes. They had those little see-through boxes with the
Oh
brownies
yeah,
in it, or
yeah.
the cinnamon rolls in it, whatever. It was
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those. Yeah, that thing got it.
They got her.
Uh, yeah. She didn't really have any like cravings though. Where like, man, she just had to have that. Um, yeah, no, she didn't really have any cravings like that.
You see Sandy's suggestion in the chat?
Hold on, 'cause I
Said
was
take
just in
some
the chat.
diapers. He said take some diapers and wipes to everybody's house that you visit frequently, so you don't
Oh
gotta
yeah, yeah.
overpack your bag when you go.
So y'all gotta take them. Yeah, that's smart. That's
Mhm.
smart. Y'all seen that Biden dropped out the race?
That what?
What?
Joe Biden dropped out.
Yeah,
He
I
dropped
seen that this
out?
afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, dropped out the presidential race. Bye bye.
Yeah, he did that. Yes, he did.
that kind of sucks because what I was hoping would happen was that he would run and maybe win, and then he would die, and then Kamala could be president.
Yeah,
I know
nah.
that's horrible, right?
The messed up thing is, from what I've been
Running
reading,
for-
they not really backing Kamala like that. The DNC
Yeah.
is not backing her.
But she's running for him though.
Yeah, she gonna run, but they like the money that was a lot of the reason why they kind of forced him to not run is because a lot of the money was like, look, we not gonna keep pouring into your campaign because we don't believe in you, and we all understand how that goes. But they also said that we're not just gonna reallocate that money for Kamala neither. They really don't believe in neither one of them, which is unfortunate. But
They got a plan. It's a plan going on.
It's always a plan.
It's always, and we the ones gonna look crazy.
But I feel like more than the presidential election, it's more important for us to vote on the state level, for the
absolutely,
senator. Like those are the ones that really will affect change. Those are the people that we really got to start being more strategic about getting into office instead of waiting around every 4 years to try and vote for a president.
yeah,
But
very true.
tell people that it's, sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't, I guess. But so what does that mean? Who is going to be the Democratic candidate?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're gonna have like a runoff, and then whoever they pick after the runoff is gonna be, I don't know. That person's gonna have what 2 months, 3 months to formulate a full campaign to go against Donald Trump. It sounds like Donald Trump about to be the next president. Keep it a bean.
Again. hmm Now, do you think
Yeah.
what do you think about his alleged assassination attempt? Do you think that was planned, faked?
Me personally, I don't. Um, I mean, I guess that's just me personally. I don't, but it very well could be.
What about everybody else? Y'all think that was Many Man by 50 Cent?
No, I don't think it was planned.
Anybody else chime in? Anybody else think it was planned or not planned? Sandy thinks it was planned. So there's some things for me that don't add up. So I'm leaning a little bit more towards I think it was I think it was more planned than unplanned.
Yeah, I agree. I do.
Just some details, knowing that how they treat attempted assassinations.
Right.
It just didn't look right. The visuals of it just didn't look right.
But not only that, it's Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's definitely
He can pull off whatever.
anything he can.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, and for me, I'm not Democrat or Republican. I'm with whoever values align with my needs. But I'm kind of over the whole presidential thing. Like I see now more than ever, it's that local level that I need to get really involved in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So that's where I'm
That's
at.
a major fact.
Yep. So tell me how's your that entrepreneurship? You right, Sandy. How's your ad campaigns going?
I mean, it's been pretty much going the same. I've kind of been switching up how I've been approaching things. So you guys all know I've been doing the 5,000 up front to join the funding program. But if it's certain people who maybe need a little bit of work on the credit side, maybe they just need a AU or maybe they just need to beef up their personal credit card limits to where they can go after. If it's an easy fix, nothing that really requires credit repair, then normally I was turning those people away. But I've been bringing them in. But obviously, if you're in those situations, you probably don't have 5,000 up front. So I've been doing the 9.9% on the back end play for those.
So they don't
And
have no initial buy-in?
I probably a couple of them I was having them put down like 250 or 500. One of them I was able to have them put down 1,000, and then 9.9% or whatever I get you funded on the back end, which I got mixed feelings about it because obviously the ad money is coming out every couple days, but then I'm putting my money sometimes a month, 2 months, 3 months down the line, even though it's more money down the line. So if I get them 100,000, I charge them 9.9. I'm looking at almost $10,000 that I can get them if they just stop at 100,000. If they get more, then it's more. It's fine, but I gotta wait on that for the back end. So trying to double down and do both has been just trying to figure it out in the sales call where they're really at has been tricky. So
you say you're putting your money off down the line, but paying the money for the ad. How much you spending on ads?
it's about $100 a day.
And so are you at least recouping your costs?
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're at least recouping your costs, at some point it one has got to exceed, right?
Right. Because my thing is, as long as I'm not like running out of ad spend, mind you, I have ads. It's on a Chase credit card that I got. It's about the limit was like 8,000 on that. So like I got a lot of room to run, even if I don't get any sales. But at a certain point, I'm like, all right, like we need to get something to really drive, to make sure that money's coming in. But I'm actually about to stop the ad campaign that I have going on right now because I shot 2 new ads. One is going towards trucking companies like the original one has been, and then the other one will be going towards any small business, no matter what it is. It's just very, very vague and very broad. And that's something I want to I kind of want to see what happens. So I'm taking the ad that I have, because the ad that I have is a winning ad. I mean, I still to this very day, I'm getting anywhere between 15 to 20 DMs a day, which is astronomical. That's really, really good, especially for $100 a day. What is that? I think my average is like $3 a lead or something like that. $4 a lead is what I'm averaging. So I can't complain about that.
How many are converting?
Well, you got to think of everybody that comes in, maybe I think it's my numbers right now. I don't have them in front of me, but I think it's like 30% of them are even qualified to do either one, whether it be qualified for me to send them to Rock Financial, qualified for me to get them funding for the 5,000 up front, or qualified enough for me to do the 9.9% on the back end. So I have 3 different avenues I can take them, and still only 30% of the people that come to me can go either one of those ways. And then of those 30%, maybe 10% of that convert. Maybe a little less. So
if you're getting 15 leads a day, probably one of them turns into a customer.
Yep.
That's not bad though. That means you're getting a
Yeah.
customer a day.
Well, really, it's like a
And
customer every
probably
other
look
day.
at it over the span of a week, probably not really like day to day, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a customer every other day.
Where are you
So,
putting
Okay.
the ads?
Now, okay.
Where?
Now, how
How?
much of your time are you spending? So do they book a call? Is that what you do with
yeah,
them?
so when they hit the tag word, then I go it automatically sends me a DM from them. Or I'm sorry, they hit the tag word and they'll send me a message, send me the word risky, and then I talk to them in the DMs. And basically, that conversation is just me trying to I'm drawing a blank on the word, dequalify them,
Uh-huh.
um, or disqualify. Trying to disqualify them and figure out what's what. If their situation is like, hey man, I got 520, I got collections, a repo, and late payments, then I'm just like, all right, bro, that's yeah, man, you so far out the game. I'm not even gonna try to send you to any of my credit repair people. Like I just like, man, I can't really help you because I don't want to waste time. Um, the people who maybe need a little bit of credit repair, but I can't necessarily help them, and they don't have any revenue, so they have a startup and they got bad credit, then I'll try to send them to either Edmund, Shauna, or I don't know why I'm trying to blank on all my words. Say Bishop, my guy Bishop, and I just try to send them over there to that. And if they're in a position where I can help them, like I said earlier, maybe they just got a little bit they just got high utilization, or if they're perfectly good, then I'll send them the link to book a one-on-one Zoom call, and then I just try to close them on the Zoom call. And in the Zoom call, I try to figure out like, all right, do you actually have the money to pay me up front? And if you do, I kind of stick to that and don't waver. And if I figure out that they really don't have it, but their profile is decent enough where I can make some money, then I'll switch to the 9.9%.
So are you using mini chats or are you just responding to people yourself?
Yeah, I'm just replying to people myself.
Okay. So that's what I was trying to see. Like, so how
Yeah.
many hours a day, like, are you working? Like, are you working this?
A lot. Babe, how many hours a day you think I'm going back and forth on messages? My wife said 5 to 10 hours, but no, I do spend a lot of time messaging back and forth. If I'm looking at my Instagram right now, I got 11 unanswered messages right now.
That you haven't even responded to?
Yeah, I got it. No, not well. I guess some of them are people hitting the tag word, and some of those are conversations that I've already started.
Okay. So are you keeping track? Are you keeping any kind of a CRM, or how are you going to keep track of all?
Yeah. So the CRM I got from the ATM people. So they set up the whole automation. So how it goes is I don't have to do there's nothing outside of Instagram that you need for them to when you run the ad, you got the meta ad manager and you're running the ad. If they see it and they hit the message, um it messages you, and then you're going back and forth in the messages. If you then want to send them your link, on my link, there's a Calendly link I send them. But if they go to the one that's set up through my landing page, on that landing page, that's why I have a couple videos explaining to them what I do. And there's also a questionnaire. But you go through the questionnaire first. So the questionnaire is literally just re-asking the questions that some of the questions that I asked in the DMs, and then even in the sales call, I'll ask those same questions again because people just tend to lie. And sometimes people will say certain things in the DM, and then when they're filling out the type form uh, through the landing page link, then they'll change their answers from what they told me, and it'll kick their application to book a call, which is beautiful. Then after that, it'll automatically, and once they go through the form and if everything's good, then it'll send them to my actual Calendly page to where they'll book a call. And then my Calendly and my Zoom are automatically linked. So as soon as they book that call, not only does it show up on my Google calendar, but it shows up on my Calendly calendar and it shows up in my Zoom calendar, those calls. So then I just go through there and everything's good. But all of that is linked to my CRM through ATMA, which is the mentorship that I'm in.
Mhm. That's that expensive one that you got paid for, right? Or is that
Yeah,
the
man.
marketing
Yeah.
one? Okay.
No, that was well. It's all one thing. It's the credit card stack and marketing, advertise. It's all in
Well, the
one
one
thing.
I'm
That's
talking
why
about,
it
the
was
one
so
you
much.
gave us access to. What was that? The one you
Yeah,
gave us
that's
access.
it. That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
the ATMA? That's what we have access to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I didn't realize that was that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're spending $100 a day, so you're spending $3,000 a month and you're
$3,000 a month.
making
Yeah.
$3,000 a month.
You said what?
Okay. I said, so you're spending $3,000 a month on ad spends, but you're making $3,000 a month. Or are you making more than
Yeah.
$3,000 a month?
But really, all I gotta do is close one sale for the month, and I've covered my ass, man.
Okay, so then you're exceeding then. You said you
Yeah.
was breaking even.
No. I wasn't breaking. No, did I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. No, I'm not breaking even. I'm definitely not hitting where I want to, because I wanna get to the point where I'm making about like 30 grand a month through this,
Mhm.
but I'm definitely not there yet.
So where you at?
This
Where
month,
are you at?
I'm at. Hold on, let me just go look. I'm not speculating. This month I'm at 9,250.
Okay. So that's good. So
So
you're not breaking
so
even.
yeah,
You are.
no, yeah. This was actually be the first month where I'm actually making more money through the the funding than I am through trucking. Because right now I'm doing about anywhere between 2,000, 2,500. Because we're just really slow, even though it's the summertime. So, but um now to the point now, it's almost no point for me even being in the truck because I can take that same time and put it go all into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Side note, I did get one person through on Rock Financial, and I'm waiting for that commission to come through. But the commissions are light, man. It was like 246 is what I
240?
got coming. $246.
But what are the requirements for Rock Financial? Sorry.
No, you good. So Rock Financial, it's all revenue based. They look at your credit and they're more so looking for like bankruptcies and a bunch of charge offs and stuff like that. But the guy was telling me they've approved people with like 400 credit scores, which when I told Sheree, we were both just sitting there laughing like that's insane. But this is
Listen, so
all business funding.
I called him too.
Yeah, hey,
I
right. I
called
know
him
you
too.
did. Did you set up? Did you get all set up?
I did. My guy is Brian. Who's your guy? Who's your
Yeah,
guy? My guy's name is Ryan. Who did you get?
I got Dylan.
Okay, yeah, my guy's name is Ryan.
Yeah, I got Dylan. But
But so how much did they get them funded?
I think it was like 9,700, something like that.
Dang,
Yeah,
246 on
those
35.
commissions light, man. Them commissions are light. Like if you're trying to make that your main thing, um, then it's not gonna flow. I more so look at like sending people to Rock Financial as like, all right, man, I'm already spending money on these ads. If I can get somebody send them through and get a commission, that's just ad money.
But no, you need to build your testimonials is what you need to use that for. So that guy that you
Basically
got nine
saying like,
grand
even in
for,
my situation, he still got me such and such.
yep.
Mm,
Because you know what I mean, like you have to establish credibility.
yeah,
So now you go back to him and be like, hey, I need that video. I
yeah,
need that testimonial.
yeah. I got a couple of videos in the tuck, but I really need to take some time. That's another thing where I'm like, all my time driving the truck, I'm like, man, I could be using this time I can go ahead and hire an appointment setter that can be in the DMs where I don't have to do that. And I can be spending all my time, well, more of my time on the actual marketing slash um,
Content creation.
uh, content creation slash sales.
Hmm.
If I can do that, then that'd be. Oh, but Malort, to answer your question, their everything is revenue based.
Revenue.
So um basically in a nutshell, and this is not 100% like in stone, but they're gonna look at the last 4 months worth of revenue, gross revenue, and they'll give that person somewhere close to that based on other factors. So let's say their credit is decent and they've been making, roughly around 30 grand a month for the last 4 months, and they look like they were on pace to make that the month of the application, then they'll probably give you around about that. That's why one of my applicants got kicked because she was making around anywhere between 27 and 35 grand for the last 4 months. And they were like, all right, cool, but her credit was terrible. So they uh they were shorting her a little bit. They were like, we'll give you like 17.5. And then when they looked into her credit, they looked into her business bank account that day, they realized that she had only made like 2 grand, and it was like halfway through the month. This was like last week. So she had only made 2 grand for that month. So they were like, no, we're not. You already down bad. So they cut it.
Okay, so what happened? So they looked at, so she sent them her bank statements.
Yes, they sent she sent the bank
And then,
statements the last four.
okay, but then she went to but then when they did a plat or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. I wasn't really sure because to be completely honest, y'all, I wasn't collecting all of the information. That was more of like I'm using Rock Financial more as like a pass off.
Right, right.
So like I'm there, I'm like I was telling her like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. This is a lender that I deal with. But the way they do it is they want to get in contact with you, yourself. I was kind of spicing it up. I was like, because I deal with them for so long, like they want to, if I tell them that you're coming through me, they're gonna give you one of their specialists and look over your stuff. You guys know how it goes. Just make sure
Right.
your rep knows what you're doing so they don't sell you out. But and then so she gave them all the paperwork, gave them everything, and they were like, all right, we're looking like 17.5. And then they were like, last thing we want to see what you made so far. So whether it was plaid or whatever the case was, they looked into her account and it was like the 14th or something. And she had only made like 2 grand when she just the last month she made like at this point she made like 15. So they were like, nah. Nah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But this is that's Miss Tina, who I've been telling her, man, I've been telling her for maybe 6 months that she need to go ahead and invest some money into some credit repair. She did it when I said it. She'd be solid right now. The amount of people that I talk to, where I'm like, I talked to them like a year ago, 7 months ago, 6 months ago, and then they're coming to me now. I'm like, bro, you're in the same spot. You didn't actually address the problem. The problem is the problem. You have to address the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering if they ever applied into your account.
That's a good question. I do not know.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so then you got those hard-headed people that don't listen.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sometimes I get in when I'm in the DMs, I'll talk to somebody and they tell me what's on their credit. I'm like, look, man, I will not be able to get you funded with what you have on your credit report and the fact that you aren't generating revenue. Like, are you currently talking to a credit repair company? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, you know, like, would you like me to get you in touch with a reputable credit repair company? They were like, nah, man, I'm good on that. Hey, okay. But all they're gonna do is go try to talk to somebody new, and they've heard what I've said before. Sometimes you can tell, like, that they've heard what I've said before. I'm not telling them anything new. You heard it before, and they're gonna go out and just keep doing the same thing. That was a confident. That's something that I plan on putting in my next YouTube video. But it was a conversation that me and my wife we were having, and I was like, I was kind of complaining about something, and she looked at me, she was like, okay, but then, well, you know what the problem is. Like, go fix the problem. And then for like the next day, I was just like, yeah, and I was just like upset about this, that, and the other. But really what the problem was is my ad is one, it's not putting the qualifications clear in the ad, and I just need to gear my ad towards different industries if I want to get a different mix of people. Like, the ad is the issue. So stop complaining about the people, stop complaining about this, like, just go fix your ad.
See,
The
ain't that
problem
what
is the
wives are
problem.
good for?
Yeah. Yeah, she be smart sometimes. She be smart sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah, she hold me down sometimes.
Hey, Maurice, I think you had chimed in. You had a question, Maurice? Maurice.
Yes, hello?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry, I was transferring some things. Yeah, I had a question. What Kevin is discussing is really high level. So I wanted to find out where do you advertise to begin with, and are you able to get all these customers through potential clients through your advertisement, or you have another source of getting clients?
Yeah, so 95% of my clients are coming through the ad, and I'm running the ad on Instagram. Um, and from what I've been advised is run your ads through Instagram first, because the volume is not going to be as great. And then once you get your systems together where you kind of got a better idea what you're doing, then, and if you have it, you build a team, then you take your ads to Facebook, because Facebook is just going to be whatever that same ad spend. So whatever dollar amount that is, you're going to get probably 3 to 4 times as many people clicking on that, because there's just way more people on Facebook.
Okay.
But yeah, if you really want to like go after it, um, that's what because what I'm eventually gonna do over the next couple months is I'm really gonna build out my trucking mentorship program, and then I'm gonna run those ads on Facebook.
Okay.
So then I can just
So,
so that it can just be a volume play.
so for now, you are running them through uh, Instagram and then also Facebook, right? You do the or
No,
yes.
I'm just Instagram right now. I'm only doing Instagram at like it's really like 90 something bucks a day. So
Right.
like if I
About
really if I had if my ad was bringing me more quality leads, I
yeah.
would definitely up the ad spend for sure. And you that's another thing that you can do. You can test different ads when you're doing it, but then once you have an ad that you know is winning and it's killing, then you can take it over to Facebook where your volume is just going to increase. But when you do that, I would highly advise that you have a team and the three positions, I mean, I'm sorry, the four positions that you guys want to have is you want to have an appointment setter. That person is the one in the DMs vetting the people and getting them to book calls, making sure that you're booking qualified leads to the calls. Then you want your salesman, the person that's actually on the call, closing the calls. And then you want your fulfillment team, whoever is going to help you actually get the funding for the clients. Now, when you first start, and then obviously you're going to have your marketing person or your marketing team. When you first start off, you're going to be wearing all four of those hats, but the setting and then the fulfillment are the two things that you want to kind of kick off and have someone else do as fast as you can, because those are the ones that are the fulfillment. It seems like fulfillment is the most consequential, but it's not. It's really the easiest one. For instance, like I can all of everybody here in this group knows how to do fulfillment because that's what we're all into funding. So we know what to say, how to say it, who to go to. That's easy. But it's the
Mhm.
marketing is the part that was the newest and hardest for me. Setting, you kind of learn kind of quickly what to say. You get a feel for what people are about in the DMs very quickly. But then sales is probably the hardest part. Like getting somebody to hand over thousands of dollars when they first meet you on on a computer screen is tricky.
Did you have a mentor for that may have showed you all the ropes and how to go about marketing, actually doing everything you are doing?
Hmm.
And
Yeah, it was
oh,
the ATMA, the ATMA. That was remember you might have been on. But remember I told you
the 25,000 or
the
something you
mentorship.
paid.
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Okay. Oh, so they're the
yeah.
ones who walked you through this, and
Absolutely.
it's so your target audience or your target uh, clients is basically the tracking people, or you
Hmm.
pretty much anybody who shows up, or
No,
you
so
have.
I've been gearing. So I was always told there's riches and niches, and so I was like, all right, what industry do I already know, and am I actually giving that industry a need? Like, am I fulfilling a need? And I know trucking because I've been in the industry over 10 years. But on top of that, I know that a lot of trucking companies have a hard time getting funding. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to take this and I'm really going to learn it in the industry that I already know and kind of keep pushing it that way. And that's what I've been doing over the last couple months. But now I'm like, all right, like I kind of understand why why a lot
Right,
of
right.
people in the industry are struggling. So now I'm like, all right, I know I have the tools now where if I just go to small businesses at large, I feel like I can close more, but I'll still always have an ad geared directly towards trucking.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, if somebody wanted to hire you as a mentor, how much would you charge them? Or that's case by case basis, or would
I
you
mean,
mentor somebody to do what you are doing? Somebody who's brand new.
to be completely honest,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't feel comfortable charging somebody something that I'm learning myself.
Okay.
Like if it's you guys, like I'll just, you know, like some of the information from the um like with the banks and all that stuff, because I
Yeah.
pay so much for that, like I like, you know, I charge you for that, but like actual mentoring, I
Right.
can just show you what I'm learning, but for me to come in as like like an expert on the matter, I'm not. I've only been doing this a couple months.
Okay. Okay. It seems like it is. So you mentioned something like some people 5,000 upfront. Are you able to fund them 5,000? Do you have a funding group that would give 5,000, or what was the 5,000 you mentioned at the beginning of
So
your conversation?
yeah, that was so when clients come to me based on what we said in the DMs, based on the way they answer the questions and what their situation is, I would
Yes.
either charge them 5,000 up front, and what I do is I guarantee them that I'll stay with them until I get them $100,000 in funding.
Oh, okay.
Or if they're not really in a position, or if they need a little work, then I'll bring them in, have them do like a down payment or like a I don't know, like an onboarding fee, and then I'll charge them 9.9% on the back end.
Yeah, and this would be clients with their credit profiles would be up to date, or you would, if you need to help them clean out their, let's say not so much the utilization, but let's say they have so many inquiries and you want to help them get to 100K, you probably would need to do something with their credit profile. So is that something that the 5,000 would be part of that payment to,
Yeah,
or
I would yeah, I would definitely, because one thing that I did with Bishop is uh I was on a call, and it was early in the call, and I knew I was going to close. Like I knew I was going to close. But as we're talking, I realized that um, they had what was it? It was one collection, but it was a collection from a company that I've seen be removed very quickly through the CFPB
right,
reports. I've seen out of, for whatever reason, that company's collections get removed all the time. So I was like, okay, that wasn't a hard thing. So I just, instead of me charging them five, I just upcharged them six. So I upcharged them 1,000, which is six. And then I called, as I was on the call while they were like logging in. I like, when they weren't really looking at the screen, they were logging in into they were logging into um their Experian or something like that. I just text message Bishop and was like, hey, can I, if I shoot you 1,000, will you get rid of this collection for this client? And he was like, yeah. So if it was like extra stuff, then I would upcharge them. But if it's just a clean, your profile is clean, your credit is clean, then I'll just
right,
charge you the 5,000. If it's like a bunch of extra stuff that I got to do, then I'm gonna charge you
right.
more. But the problem is usually the people that have a bunch of stuff wrong don't have the 5,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the part that's kind of tripping me up. Is I the more I have to do, the less that 5,000 goes. It doesn't really go far because I got to do stuff. Or shoot, it was somebody they had already paid me. They put half down, and then when we're doing the onboarding call, like a collection just hit their account. So I can't go back and like recharge them, and then I have to write a whole new contract. So I just called Bishop and I was like, bro, can you handle this for 750? And he was like, yeah. And I just took the 750 out of what I was already making from them, sent it over there to him. He got it out, and then I'll be on a call with them next week trying to really get their first round of funding going.
Oh, well, it seems like you have a system, something it's going. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's
Trying. Yeah,
yeah,
trying to put it
yeah, you're
together.
trying. Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of
Where
this stuff is still new.
I have a
Uh-huh.
question. So,
Talk to me.
with the $5,000 clients, what is the
Mhm.
beginning credit score that you're looking for? Like off the bat, are
700
you
plus.
700 plus? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Out, yeah, 700 plus. Um 680, like everything would have to be looking really, really good. And the only reason why they have a 680 is because they have high utilization. But 700 plus is the way to go.
Can you repeat again the people that you should have on your team? And
Oh, okay.
usually are they normally VAs? Do they work part-time? Like how do you arrange like set that up?
Okay. So I'll do the first part of your question first. So the four the four positions that you're gonna have, and I did it out of order, so I'm gonna do it in order that you're actually gonna have to do it. So first is gonna be your marketing, and that's to get the people to come to you. So you have to make sure you have work on your ad, work on your pitch, work on uh work on your hook, and make sure that you have a winning ad, and then push it through the Meta Ad Manager. But that's your marketing. Your second position is your appointment setter. That's going to be the person in the DMs talking to these people and you're really trying to disqualify them. Your goal is to disqualify people because you don't want to waste your time trying to deal with people that are going to be a headache, which is something I'm dealing with right now because I was so thirsty for sales that not only was I booking calls with people that weren't qualified, I was bringing people into my program that weren't qualified, and it becomes a huge headache. So now I would much rather just make 2 sales a month and that be it than or close 2 people a month, then close 10 people a month, but like 6 of them aren't really qualified and they require a lot of work. It's a headache. So you have your marketing team, you have your appointment setter, then you have your salesman. That's the person that's going to be on the calls, actually trying to close the people that you book appointments with. And then the last person is your fulfillment team. And that's the person that's actually applying for the credit cards or applying for the loans, whatever it is that you're doing, the person that actually is going to take them and then go get them the money. So those are your four positions. And obviously, when you start, like right now, I am all four. I shoot the ads. I manage the ad manager. I talk to the people in the DMs. I'm the main person. I'm the main person. I'm the only person on the sales call, and I actually am on the call with them on the onboarding call. And when it's time to like apply for things, I sit down with them. So, but eventually, you want to kick off your appointment setter, and you want to kick off your fulfillment team, and you can do that in many different ways. You can use a VA, or if you hire a partner, if you have somebody who is here, but they're good at this, they have experience with this, and then you can give them a percentage. For instance, if I were to hire an appointment setter here, every qualified appointment that they book, I'll probably give them 10% of what we charge. So they every or I'll probably give them 10% of every close. So every person they send me, if I close that person, I'll give them 500. And then the fulfillment team, you probably give them another percentage. You could probably give your fulfillment, if you have a fulfillment person, you give them another 10% of what you're making. I'm not, you don't have to follow these numbers exactly, but you can do it that way.
Wow.
And I think,
Okay.
was that both first? You said, what were the 4 positions? And then where can you go to get them? Like, yeah, you can do a VA. You can do a VA if you want to, or you can hire somebody that you know and just give them a percentage.
hmm So that's not necessarily part-time or full-time. That's just based on the volume of uh
Exactly.
people they come across, I guess.
Yeah, that's the value, and the value that you have. Um, so a problem that I'm having right now is I'm starting to realize that um, not having someone message 24/7 is becoming a problem, because it's something like, if a person shoots you a message, no matter how their regular life goes, when if they're talking to you trying to get funding, if they go longer than like an hour before you respond, unless they're extremely serious, they fall off. It's like, I think it's like something like 40% fall off after an hour, and then like 70% fall off after 2 hours. So having somebody on there constantly is important, which is now that's a problem I'm having. So if I'm just gonna be completely transparent with you guys, the problems I'm having right now is my marketing is a problem, where I'm not getting qualified leads, and then
Uh,
my setting. Go ahead.
yes, about the marketing. I told
Uh-huh.
see, I went to someone's house to fix his dryer, right? And he's a software
Mm-hmm.
engineer.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me he can find people with 700 credit scores and give me like a list or whatever. I think whatever I need them to qualify for, he can give me a list of. So that's why I wanted to get I want to get in contact with Rock Financial to get people with 500 credit scores, because he told me for a list about for 1,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
he'll charge like 200, 250. And I did the math, that's like 25 cents per lead.
Yeah,
So if I can
man.
get
So you better run it up. But you at that point, you don't need Rock Financial, because if a person has a good enough, because Rock Financial is going to give them revenue based loans where their payment schedule is either going to be daily or weekly. Nobody with a good credit score is going to let somebody tell them, "Hey, you got to pay me back daily."
no, no, no,
They're
no.
just
This
not.
is for the 500.
Yeah.
I'm a market to.
Okay.
Well, it's not even considered marketing to them, because he said he gonna find the people
Mm.
that has the 500. So I'm gonna find the people that has the 500 credit score.
Hmm.
I mean,
And will he tell you if they're business owners or not? Or
um,
you're just trying to get people, because Rock Financial is for business funding, but you're just trying to get people like loans
yeah,
for
loan.
just regular, just personal loans.
Yeah, I think that would be
Well,
easier, because people
personal
already.
loans, you would just go through, you would use the sheet that we got, the tier sheets, something in there.
Okay, but I
Um,
also wanted it to be, I wanted to go through a super broker, so I don't have to touch nothing really. I wanted to be so automated, I don't have to really do nothing.
yeah. Is what's the name? Some of those, yeah. Well, the thing is, ooh, no. What's that one? It is one, but they do credit cards, and I think they do loans, but they mostly do credit cards.
I think they're 700s. I think I know what you're talking about. I
No,
think her name
this
is.
was when I actually signed up with. It was the super broker through. this the super broker that does the credit card stacking for Ladder. Um,
Okay.
let me see. Hold on.
I mean,
Let me
I
look
don't
at
know
my
how
email.
accurate he said he works for a big software company with marketing, AAA and
Right.
whatnot. So
No, I
he
mean
said
that's. I
he can
mean,
find
if he's
out
serious.
who I voted for, I think. Something like that. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
public, but I don't know.
it probably is.
And
It
he stays
probably is.
in a $1 million house, so I don't think he needs my money.
Right. No, I don't. I don't think so either. No, let me find this. Let me find these people. Because let me
And I
see.
could also have him, check out for the trucking companies, new ones that's been established or whatnot that fits the
Yeah, that's
requirements
because
of
that's what
highway.
I'm about to that's what I'm about to find. It's a one of the guys that I got really cool with in ATMA, he was the guy he has a debt consolidation business, which is his main thing. The funding stuff isn't even that's not even where he makes his bread and butter, but he has like a 40-person like team for that. Um I think half of it, or like I think 30 of his team members are VAs in the Philippines, and the other 10 are here in America. But that's kind of how he does it, where he has I can't remember exactly what it is, but because of what he does, he has a direct relationship with the credit bureaus. So he can go in and pay for the list. Or I know he has permissible purpose where he can pull somebody's credit score, but he also has another one of the people on his team can they can build out lists of people strictly based on credit score. And what he's about to do is he's about to take that, get like a 700 plus list, and then try to run the funding through that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely people who do that. If you can get in something like that, bro, you can run with that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would need a CRM. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want
true.
to talk to the client at all. I want them to, get booked with the super broker, and then they say they'll take it on from here. They'll say, "Oh, they're
Right,
from my company," and they'll set them up.
right. Well, I guess my question would be if you're not gonna talk to any of your clients, how are you gonna what are you gonna how are you gonna market to them?
He's gonna market to them. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
send emails out.
Oh, email
Email,
marketing? Okay.
yeah, emails
Okay.
a text message, or hire a VA that speaks good English. Give them a script, get them set up.
Yeah.
Set up a meeting with the super broker, or something
Gotcha.
like that.
Okay. Yeah. The email marketing is still strong.
Yeah. Oh,
The
and
the
then
guy I was
have
just
the
talking
VA.
about, but
Oh, one last thing. Have the VAs with some good English. Give them a call to set up to try
yeah.
to set up.
But I would say from some of the people that I talk to, they don't have the VAs do sales calls.
Okay. They don't even have to
Yeah,
do the sale. It
you
don't even have
either
to be a sale. It's just setting up. That's basically like a sale. Setting up a
yeah
appointment with the super
anything
broker.
like that. They always have somebody from America do that because you got to think when somebody calls your phone and they you can tell they have an accent. What do you normally do? You hang up.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're not gonna do it, then you got to be cool with paying somebody here to do it.
Right. Right. Okay. But
Yeah,
they will have to really fill out the form first
right.
before yeah. I just gotta get a process set up.
Yeah, because like I said, if
So
you but
what would be his alternative? to get people to respond to the email, and then could he do like that have somebody set up an appointment through one of those calendar appointment apps, and
Yeah, because
and then
you
what?
can see,
That's what I
email
would want to
marketing
do.
is not something I'm too familiar with. It's something I want to eventually learn, but I'm obviously I'm not there yet because right now I'm still in the process of just grabbing email addresses and kind of storing them. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I think I'm only at like what 60 emails. So I'm trying to wait till I get to like 150 emails before I start email campaigns. And I'm just going after people that I've already talked to or I've already whatever. And I'm just going back to them,
Right, okay.
like re-engagement through email.
Mm-hmm.
If I get a list of 1,000 people with 700 credit scores, plus credit scores, I should be able to at least close two
Yeah,
for
because
a
yeah,
price of 200, 250. I want to make my money back.
yeah, that's not bad.
If you can reach out the people with the 700 credit scores for real, but I mean, but he said he works for a big company. He in $1 million house. I mean,
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that would be because like I said, the guy I was talking to, he was talking about doing something very similar to that, and that's my whole thing. I just want the email addresses.
yeah, he can give me a list of email addresses, address, and everything, phone number.
Yeah,
Now, is that something where that VAs could also do that research and get information like that?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
They
believe
could,
so.
they could, because what
But
I
since
think
he
I'm gonna
left,
do is, oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I said what I think I'm gonna do is, if have any of you guys ever set up a trucking authority or started a new trucking company?
No.
I
No.
have.
Oh, okay, so Sheree, you know what I'm talking about. As soon as you set it up, you'll have like insurance companies, companies that help you set
Harassing
up your
you.
authority. They call like for the first 10 days of your authority, you get blasted by these calls. I'm talking
I still
like
get calls.
yeah, and you could still get calls. So I'm trying to figure out where those people are so that I can call and or have someone call have a like maybe like a 2-person sales team. And every day all they do is calling new people who just opened up their authority to get them business funding. Because I've never heard somebody say, yeah, when I opened up my authority, nobody was calling me like, hey man, do you need business funding to help get this going? Sheree, did you get that?
But he said those lists are free.
So I got calls about factoring a lot.
Yes. Yeah, I got a bunch of calls about factoring. Yeah, so
Mm.
I haven't heard anybody who sat down and was like, hey, I'll help you. I'll actually help you like get funding. But then that's why I also have to build out my like trucking mentorship program. Cause then I'm like, look, I can also help you like get new trucks. I can also help you get loads. Like we have a disc. Every now and again you may get a call from a dispatching company, but not really. Because most dispatching companies don't even want to work with new authorities. But I have a lady that does. So
So listen, my authority is 3 years old. I think it's 3 years
mhm,
old this summer. I get so
mhm.
many. It seems like from I don't know this year, from like January, like I get so many calls for dispatching. It's annoying, but I got a
Yeah,
lot of calls in the beginning though too. To be honest.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
And everybody always be, having that accent, so you know that they are a virtual assistant.
Yep. That's why I would actually want to get like two people who are salesmen here, saleswomen, it doesn't matter, who are here. Actually, preferably, I would preferably be two women who actually have sales experience here in America, so I can have them actually call those companies and then
But the
try
problem with
to
that is that they're gonna the fee. I mean, you know how much you pay them. You see what I mean? Like, so if they're charging you,
yeah,
you're not gonna get nothing less than $18 an hour. They're charging you
right,
$18 an hour. Even if you have a VA do the work, get you 1,000 leads, $18 an hour. Let's say they
right,
call even 30 calls a day.
right,
If most of them people is hanging up still. You see what I mean?
yeah,
Like
for sure,
you would have to
for
be able
sure,
to make sure you have a high enough ticket to, if you're
right,
gonna hire American,
right.
to, if you only close one a month, it'll pay their salaries or something,
Right. Yeah, now because if it's something like that, if it's like, all right, I can close one a month to where it's enough to pay their salaries, then yeah, obviously that makes sense. But if I gotta close like 4 a month for it to make sense, then it doesn't make sense anymore.
Uh-huh. So
Which
that
really,
when
that 18 an hour, two times two people, that probably is closer to 4 closes a month to make that make sense.
so what I always heard, in the entrepreneur space is that when you hire people, they need to make enough money that it supports their salary.
Right.
It's got to actually be more they've got to bring in more than their salary.
Yeah. So with two people at 18 an hour, 40 hours a week for a month, I'm looking at 5,700. So I would have to close at least two at five at 5K.
Mhm.
Or I can just bump it up. I could just bump it up 1,000 to 6K per client. And then one close a month would um completely cover their salary. But then at that point, I'll probably just need to make them just complete sales reps because they're not doing they're technically doing the marketing because they're calling. There's no appointment setting because they're already on the call, or I guess they will set up a Zoom call after that with that person. I don't know. It's just an idea. I'm just trying to flesh it out. Don't mind me. Uh,
Okay, guys, I had a question.
mhm.
Of course, my mind is not in tune with the funding right now. I got to catch up with so much. I don't know how the class is going with Lala. Y'all can give me a little feedback on that if you've been attending. Um, but I was able to get into my space. Yay, me! And so I'm in the process of moving stuff in, getting my daughter set up. And my question is, with my daughter working with me and she having her own business account, and she had a LLC for now I think 2 or 3 years. Sherry, the process that you was doing with your family in regards to moving the monies back, bank accounts,
Mhm.
process, how's that going for you right now?
It's going pretty well.
Is it okay?
Gotta
Okay.
gotta make sure people don't want to take their money out, because they will. I mean, they, like,
Okay,
you gotta
because
understand. And I also and to be honest, like $500 is it's a lot of movements. But I made a graph. I was gonna share it with y'all when the time was right. Um, let's see, I saved it, but I made a
One second.
graph
Hold
and
on,
I was
hold on,
gonna
hold on.
share it with you all when the time was right, of like, this person sends the money to this person, sends the money to this person, sends the money to, you know what I mean? Like, not necessarily person, but accounts. But it's working. It's
Okay.
working.
Because I wanted to pick you guys' brain to see how me and my daughter can leverage this here. Because she basically gonna be paying booth rent to me. However, she's also gonna be like an employee for me as well. Um, and so with all the information that we have learned and do know, I'm kind of like my brain is kind of like all over the place, especially after, my nephew. So I'm like, what process or workflow do I need to tackle this with me and her? Because I want us to benefit working together, but not only that, leveraging our business and also getting the best tax breaks we can get as well.
Okay, so phrase it a different way for me personally. What is your outcome? What is the desired outcome? Like, what is it that you're trying to achieve?
Well, what I'm trying to achieve for me is taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Just getting the best tax breaks that I can get from this, because as you said before, paying taxes is a beast. It's such a beast, and I haven't found anyone that is really good at business taxes. As they say, we need a tax strategist. I haven't found that person yet. So with her working in the establishment, and I know she's going to be paying booth rent to me. However, she's also going to be managing the space. I was trying to see how to leverage that in regards to like income and payroll, if that makes sense. If I'm making sense.
So as an employee, she's gonna cost you more taxes.
Okay.
Because for every so I don't know how the math breaks down for your state, but for me here, for every $100 I pay an employee, it costs me an additional $10.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, so my ratio is about 10% on the tax side. So for every $100 I pay out, it really costs me 110. And then, but as if you treat her as a 1099 independent contractor, you would. So what you're saying is that you're paying her X amount of dollars, then the tax liability would be on her.
Okay.
So my question is, who's in the better tax bracket, I guess? Like, so whose income is going to be lower? Is it going to be her income that's going to be lower? Like so she's a young person. She have any kids or anything?
She has one, my granddaughter, so she has one. And
So,
honestly, I don't know what her income is, but per our conversation, I still make way more than she does.
okay. So then giving her the income as a 1099 seems like it will be better for both of you all, because if she gets the benefit of being able to file the taxes, like if she's low, like a 12% tax bracket or something, and you're in a 18% or something, then, the money is taxed less on her end.
Gotcha.
But-
Gotcha. Makes sense. That makes sense.
So, that's you could set up the LLC. You could set it up as an S corp designation, so it's a pass through, and then
Right.
you could make her 75% owner or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then whatever your business makes, you can pass it through to her income side, and then
Okay.
she can put that on her taxes and take the write off for it. So the business itself still made the money, but you just allocate it to the person with the less tax responsibility.
Got it. I got you. Okay. Thank
Or
you.
like I said, if you want to, just all of the money comes into the business and then you give her a 1099, that's cool as well. I mean, it's essentially kind of the same, but not really. But I wouldn't necessarily put her on payroll,
Right.
because
Okay.
and so then what I would have her to do, as I'm thinking this out too, like you say, so a part of the component is she's going to pay booth rent. So I would even have her set up her own. So she needs her own business. and then y'all need a business together, possibly. So then that way her business is paying her booth rent to your business so that she can take the write-off for the booth rent that she's paying. You can count it as income. And then when you allocate the funds back to her as a 1099, it will go to her personal name. You see what I mean? Like, so y'all kind of just made the money move around.
That's oh, there we go. That's okay. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because I'm just like, I know it's a way, but I wasn't sure exactly how to structure that out. There, because she already have an established her business, you know, in her LLC. That's already established. For the space, I just started that LLC this year in January. However, I can create I can turn that into an S corp. That
Yeah,
space.
that just takes a 2553 designation. But you really only need the 2553 designation for the S corp if you are going to, you know, put her on there, because remember she has the less tax liability.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
if you're not going to put her on there, then just have her business pay your business the booth rent. You pay her the 1099 independent contractor money.
Gotcha. Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have y'all heard from Notary John?
I heard from Felicia. She called me, of course, giving her condolences and everything. She was just getting back from New Orleans. I haven't spoken to her since. That was last week, I believe. Last week when I talked to her.
I texted her the other day, but I didn't hear back from her yet.
Okay.
Just to see how she's doing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna reach out to her as well because she haven't been on the last couple of calls. Yep.
I have 2 questions, if you don't mind. I don't know if anybody has experience with doing outside of the funding aspect. If anyone has experience with doing being an affiliate, because I wanted to know how does that work with chargebacks. I was starting to read up on Identity IQ with their affiliate link program, and I thought I saw something about chargeback. You'll get charged, I think it said $15 per chargeback, but I have to read it again because I wasn't really sure, but I was a little confused on how that all works with chargebacks. So I'm not sure if anybody else has any experience with that.
I do not. Kelvin, you got any experience with it?
I don't either.
Okay.
I didn't ever even set up my affiliate link for IDIQ. Is that what we're doing?
Me either.
I didn't set up my link. I'd be sending people Marco's link. So we have to check for Marco. Like, I don't know. When I first came out of class, I just was kind of like, I don't know, like I didn't right away set up the funding, what was that? The super broke. I didn't do that right
Oh, for
away.
ladder financial.
Yeah, like I just was trying to figure it all out. But I did do rock and I did do ladder last week or this past week. And I guess I need to I guess I could do my IDIQ link too. But
Now,
yeah.
do you think that ladder financial is trying to appear like they're reaching out to help us get further along with funding because Rock Financial has kind of been presented to us also? So it's like competition. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
can you hear me?
Nope. Nope. Can you hear me? Wait.
Yeah, I'm
Sound.
not sure if anybody was able to hear me.
Okay, I can hear you now. You said, do we think that that ladder is trying to, and then I didn't hear you no more.
Okay, if they're trying to uh all of a sudden appears like make an extra effort to try to help us get further along in our process just because Rock Financial has been presented to us. So they kind of like competitors in that space. Do you think that maybe that's part of the equation?
I don't think Ladder Financial is really doing all that much to like they talking. They said they was gonna put together a separate class for each of for each week, and
Hmm.
for each class, but they didn't roll out a schedule that I saw. So when
Right.
does the individual week start? And then on our last class, he kept saying like, "Yeah, Sheree, we're gonna meet on Thursday. Let's me and you get together and talk about some stuff on Thursday." So I DM'd him and I sent him a text message. You think Thursday has come and gone? We didn't meet. So it don't really sound like it's a lot of follow through. Like I think they want to sound that way,
Right.
but I don't know what, and I think it's because of the feedback. So you know how we all had to send in those reviews of how
Hmm.
I don't know how many people actually filled them out, but I think they saw like we was not happy with what we got.
Hmm.
So they want to save face, but I don't feel like they're really making a valid effort to try to save face for real. I think they just talking.
Right, because
Hmm.
everyone didn't get that email. First of all,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
didn't
get
see a
the,
lot of people as in the participants screen.
yep, you know, and I just happened to get on the call because, of course, I was just trying to get my mind off of certain things. So I decided just to chime in. But I do agree with you. I just think with the feedback that was given, they trying to save face, and I don't think they really know how to save face. Because again, we was expecting the blueprint of this funding. You know, me personally, I'm like, I know what I have to do individually. I don't mind executing. I don't have a problem executing, but it does become challenging when you just all over the place. Um, and you thought you was going to really have a workflow to go by, and we're trying to piece the workflow together. Together. We all brainstorming, trying to figure how to do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You know,
Mhm.
and that's frustrating. 10 G's,
Hmm.
that's frustrating.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
and,
So I don't know. I just think yeah, that's what I think.
my
That's
second question is in reference to I don't know if you guys were all on that webinar with the guy who talking about buying a business,
I didn't see it.
purchasing a business.
Mm-mm. On
Okay.
you talking about on Herman's thing.
Yep, yep, Herman's thing. Yeah.
And I didn't watch
Yeah.
it.
Okay, okay.
What was your
I'm
question
not
though?
sure. I'm not sure if that's the person that Leandre was connected with. Like I don't know if he bought into his program or not, but he really was showing the importance of everybody owning businesses, and but he made it really appear, I know there's legwork to do, but he made it really sound like it didn't appear to be that complicated to buy a business where you're doing like little to no work, I guess after the process of actually buying it. Um, so I didn't, yeah, I was just getting feedback to see what if anybody else watched it and what they thought about it.
So I guess it would depend on the business that you buy. So for me, I have experience with buying businesses. So I've
Mhm.
bought existing businesses on 2 different occasions.
Mhm.
But all right, see you later, Maurice. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would have to compare. I'm interested now. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch his thing tonight. So maybe you and I can touch base later in the week, and I'll tell you, because I don't know what information he presented, but
Yeah.
so it is easy to buy a business. It wasn't very difficult. If you got the money that they asking for, they'll sell it to you. And I paid for mine cash, so I didn't do any financing or anything like that.
Okay. Because he was doing a lot of like it's a process, but um buying a business through SBA and be able to put down whatever that percentage is. I don't know.
10%.
Is it 10% now, or I thought it was lower now?
I don't. Yeah, I don't
Whatever
know.
that
I'm
amount is.
because I didn't do mine through. I went online and I searched up some businesses for sale, and then I reached out to them to determine which one I wanted to actually go with, and then I
Mm-hmm.
made the determination, and then I went with it. And then you
Gotcha.
literally inherit everything. Like you inherit all of their all of their income, all of their debts. You inherit all of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I mean, and it was I recommend it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a bad thing. Um, you know, I didn't know much about acquisitions because that's what that's called. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
much about acquisitions at that time. So if I was to do it again, there are some things that I would do differently, but I'm a more seasoned business owner now. I did that when I was 30. So I just knew I didn't want to start from the ground up.
Right, right. Okay.
But it worked out well. Like I say, I can't complain. I made money.
Well, that's the goal, right?
hmm But I would probably use that. I have heard people talking about buying existing businesses and using that income that they have coming in to go to the SBA and get funds and stuff for that. But I guess you would really have to be buying something that you believe in and you want to build in that manner. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I guess we group on that another day.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch. I'll
Mm-hmm.
probably try to watch it tonight. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
have a bit more input later on this week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, it seems like people are dropping off, and so we are going to go ahead and conclude here. If all hearts and minds are clear, and I think we will unmute ourselves and give ourselves a nice little May ones.
Okay. Hey, did anybody call? Did anybody call out to me while I was I stepped away for a
I
little bit?
did. You was gone, sir.
Oh wait, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Catch the replay. Catch the
Ah!
replay. Catch the replay.
Dang, my bad, y'all. My
Uh,
bad.
over there feeding your wife brownies and rubbing her belly.
Hey, look, man.
Yeah.
Look,
Gotta
Ooh,
keep
that's
her
good.
happy.
gotta keep it good. Gotta keep it good.
Gotta keep her happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. All
All
right.
right,
So we'll
y'all.
unmute
Okay.
ourselves. We'll do 1, 2, 3. May ones. All right. 1, 2, 3.
May
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 One.
once.
May
Bye, y'all.
one. Benita, your
Bye,
hair
y'all.
cute too.
Girl, this coming out. You hear me? I can't take it no more. But thank you. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all later. Oh, where? I'm be
All
calling
right.
you too.
Okay, for sure. For sure. I gotta talk to you anyway about trying to get some health insurance. Well, do some new health insurance. Man,
Okay,
we ain't finished that conversation from last time.
cool. I got you.
All right,
Bye.
bet.
Bye.